Bare lige byder jer velkommen til AI Day 2025.
Okay. Can technology enhance, not replace the human touch? That defines great design. I'm here to speak to this topic. I'm joined by Henrik Rosendahl, owner of the Rosendahl Design Group. Henrik, welcome.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Good to have you. Can you tell us a bit about Rosendahl and the history you have?
Yeah, you could say Rosendahl, we are a Danish design brand, or actually a Danish design house, where we've been collecting premium historical Danish design brands, such as Holmegaard, Rosendahl, Kæler, each within different materials. You could say we had Holmegaard, which is glassware. It's more than 100 years old in total, the brand.
Yeah.
Kæler, which is porcelain. Kai Bøjsen, which is wooden products, you could say in a sense. But most of them are rather heritage brands, you could say.
Okay.
And we do the designs and the product development and the marketing and sales.
Okay. So when we spoke earlier, you mentioned that you'd played many roles within the company.
Yeah.
So can you talk to me a little
Well,
bit?
it's a family-owned company, so it was started by my father in 1984, where I was like 13 years old. So I've been working in the company ever since. I took a master's degree as well, I'd say, but been working there alongside, so I know most of the functions within the company.
Yeah.
Like being in sales, export, product development, and then finally as a CEO for the last 15 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas that being said, now I decided a couple of years ago that it would be even better for the company to have, like you would say, an external CEO.
Yeah.
So now I work within the board of directors and in very close cooperation with the CEO.
Okay, brilliant. So your company is strongly rooted in its Danish design heritage, as you mentioned. As AI becomes more prominent in creative workflows, do we still need traditional creative people, or is this role going to be taken over as things evolve?
I think based on how I see AI right now, and also with the the rapid development within generative AI, I still think that being said, it's very important to have the human in the loop still.
Yeah.
And I more see we have like a team of designers. I believe we have like 7 or 8 now working within the different brands and product development. And they have a strong understanding and intuition about Danish design. But I think also we already use AI to a certain degree within this, and I think it's going to be more. But it's going to be like a partnership, a cooperation between our designers with the human touch, the human intuition, and then more like they have an AI assistant that can help them in the creative process.
Brilliant.
So a cooperation, not a replacement.
Looking ahead, what major influence will AI have on the design itself in product packaging experience?
I would say it's going to influence the whole development process. First and foremost, it can like make the designers more productive. It can also give them it can help them understand, I would say, or enhance the understanding of Danish design, because they can use it as a research assistant. Say they want to say this glass, what is the history of it, how was it made, and so on. So it can help better understanding. And also, I think, within you could actually say packaging is an interesting topic in itself, because how much packaging do we need? But that's more like about the sustainability and so on. But I think that AI can help us find new solutions that we might not have thought about ourselves, because we are kind of sometimes also limited within our cultural or our experience. So it might see some new pathways that we haven't discovered ourselves.
Speaking around the mindset side of things, you mentioned that a lot of the views today were quite positive towards AI. So can you share a little bit about your experience here today?
Yeah, my experience here today was that it's very important for all companies, or you could also say for the public sector as well, to embrace AI and to see what are the possibilities, but also not just to, I don't know if in English you can say jump headlong into it, or just you need to be a little bit conscious about where you use it and how you use it. Mm-hmm. So it's not just like throwing mud on the wall and see what sticks, but you have to be like maybe to do a pilot case and so on, to be aware of it. And what left a lot of impression for me as well was that you really need to make sure you have the organization with you, because there's a lot of people who are quite scared of what is this going to mean for their employment situation and so on. Mm-hmm. So really, how to get people to embrace this technology and to see it as a positive thing, as an assistant they can use and so on, not something that's going to replace them.
Yeah, so from within your organization, how are you helping that travel throughout throughout the organization? You've obviously had experience of working in all those different areas, so you understand firsthand what that's like in terms of. So what's your...
What we do is actually we try really to be very outspoken about that we are gonna do these you could say trials or try to implement AI and what it means and talk to our employees about it, to be open about it, so it's not like something secret. And then to run some pilots, and then what we try actually to do across the organization, because some people are very interested in AI and some are not. So we kind of try to gather a group company-wide across the company of people who really think this is very interesting, and to use them as kind of ambassadors within each of the individual departments. And that's not necessarily the managers. It can equally be just like normal staff and so on, or maybe the leaders sometimes, but really people who understand, and they can help to convey a positive message within their departments.
Okay, so from a leadership perspective, you've guided Rosendahl through sustainability, brand heritage, and global expansion. What does AI mean for leadership in design-led businesses today? How should leaders evolve their mindset and capabilities?
I think it's not specific maybe for design-led companies. I would say for all businesses or all corporations, or also within the public sector, that really I think it's very important for the top leadership to understand AI. And what they said at many of the talks here was actually very often the people at the top, they understand it the least. So they really have to be curious to understand it, not just say this AI, we don't understand it, but we need this. So they need to become more competent in order to do the right leadership. That's within all organizations.
Because it's not about including every single bit of new tech that comes along.
Exactly. It's a bit the same for the politicians as well. They do a lot of legislation, but often they don't understand what this is about actually.
Well, it's an interesting thing. So for luxury goods and premium home design brands, customer expectations around experience are changing quite quickly. So how will AI shape the future shopping experience for luxury or design premium consumers, both online and in the physical space?
Well, actually, I think it's a kind of a duality, the response to that question, because on the one hand, a lot of the shopping experience is going to be a lot more automated. I don't know if you heard about this AI agents. I think you had a talk about it also, that maybe in the future, where we used to have B2B, business to business, business to consumer, but now we're going to have business to AI online, where maybe in the future it's going to be people's AI agents doing the shopping. So I say, I want this bag and it should look like this, then it finds it on the internet. That means that many companies need to adapt their web shops to make them AI friendly. Usability-wise, it's a completely different usability. That's on the one hand. Things are going to be a bit more remote, more artificial, more digitized. On the other hand, I think there's going to be a big demand for the human touch. So people are going to want also the physical, real experience within a shop. Which was supposed to kind of, how can you say, be maybe not as popular because everybody was doing business online. But it might be the contrary actually, that people want to go out and they're also going to have more time, but to have experience, to meet people in shops, to go to a coffee shop, and so on and so forth. And also I think it's going to be important within our type of products that they can see the human touch, that maybe it's a handmade product. They can read the story about the designer who made it, and so on and so forth. So on the one hand, it's going to be more digital, but on the other hand, it's going to be much more physical as well. It's a bit, you can say, it's a bit you can make an analogy within music and movies, and I think movies is going to be very highly automated. That's also what they said. Maybe artificial actors and so on. On the other hand, I think the experience at a theater or a musical with real life people, that's going to be much more popular then, because people are going to want this, that you can feel the actors. The same with music. I don't know if you heard about Suno, where you can generate your own music and so on and so forth. But on the other hand, I talked to my daughter about it actually. She plays the guitar and maybe wants to go that path. But I said live music, that's going to be exceptional, because people are going to want to sit and listen and feel the real musician at the same time as they generate their own music online.
It's interesting.
It's a duality.
It's interesting because yesterday at the dinner, I had there's lots of different frames of thoughts around this, and we had the DJ who was playing today. She was very pro creativity and experience, and the experience that a musician brings to the table, and all of the being able to relate to that crowd. And I think that draws back to what you're saying. can't be replaced. So with design aesthetics, craftsmanship and storytelling traditionally at the heart of luxury goods, how do you balance maintaining the human emotional dimension while integrating AI-driven tools such as generative design, predictive analytics, virtual try-ons, etc., so without losing authenticity?
That is a difficult question because it's going to be a balance, and at some points it's probably going to tip into one realm and then into another. Where it's so like being very aware of it and talk a lot about it, I think is important. And then also I would say as a company or as a raison d'être, that is really the human creativity and human creation. So I think if we lose that, then we won't have a business anymore. So it's going to be. It's so much a part of our DNA, so I think it's going to be difficult to lose.
Yeah.
Whereas if we were, say, a service company or something like that, it would be more risky, I would say, because we still make physical things that people are going to use in their homes. They're going to use plates, they're going to use glasses.
Yeah.
So we have this physical connection to people.
Yeah.
So it can never be completely virtual.
Yeah.
I think that can help. We're lucky in that regard.
Yeah.
Because I thought other businesses I've been thinking about might be in danger of being completely virtualized, or maybe an AI can take it over everything, but not because we have the physical dimension.
Yeah.
That's always going to be there.
Well, that's a great note to end on. Thank you so much, Henrik.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure.